All right, you got to check the forecast for us tonight?
I do, yeah. We're in the coldest part of winter time, so, there's that. And we start the climb back up at the end of January. Really, the 27th, we start to move the needle a little bit. And it's a slow process, as we know. We go through February and March. But this flies in the face of anything we could talk about with the cold, right? Seasonal warming. The fastest warming season is wintertime at over 3 degrees in Boston. Springtime, and we know that can be really slow to arrive, and then summer is next, and then autumn, and then summer, and then spring at the very last. So frigid air eases the next few days. It stays quiet. We don't see any storms brewing, so the snowpack sticks around. Even though our temperatures get near freezing, it's not enough to melt everything down. It's a chilly pattern overall. We do see at least some of the Arctic air peeling back. You can see that pulling away now as this darker shading of magenta starts to move through Labrador. But then it circulates back through Greenland and sits back to our north. So we're going to be vulnerable to any kind of cold spells here going into next week. So I want to just warn you that even though we may see a little bit of a easing of the frigid air, we're still in a cold pattern. We're still below normal over the next few days. And even when we blip above normal, it's briefly. All right, so clouds again in the forecast for tomorrow, and then that thinning in the afternoon, so we'll brighten things up. Tomorrow's still a lot of gray, unfortunately. It's Friday that we see it really bright again. So 31 should do it. Some spots get near freezing, but I think Friday should be the push over freezing in some communities and some towns and cities. Boston may not be one of those, but we'll be close. 32 degrees will feel like 35 or 36 with that full sunshine. And here it is, nary a chance for a flake or a storm. What is this? Although I will still say that I'm wary because you could still spin up a storm system very quickly in this kind of a cold air mass and this particular pattern that we have. But hold on. Sunday may be one of those days that we actually get close to 40 degrees, and some may make it, and then we dawdle in the upper 40s all the way through Tuesday before we see it collapse once again. And also, we haven't gotten rid of that autumn dry spell that turned into a major drought. It still lingers, especially across central Mass, back through Worcester especially, and over towards Leominster and Gardner. Boston's still in abnormally dry conditions, but, this is odd to even talk about the drought monitor. But it's coming out again tomorrow to be refreshed, and we'll see how bad things are. And with 10 days, nearly 10 days, without a drop of rain or any snow, well, there you have it. It's just going to be dry, and we'll see how deep that goes. And we want to really banish that before we get into the spring. I'm going to carry that drought all the way through 2 seasons. We'll be back after the break.